the sandwich generation, where you and I are sitting here in the middle between our kids and grandkids and our parents and our grandparents, and we're just trying to make it work out for everyone. Today, let's talk about a fun subject. Let's talk about Halloween. How are your kids going to trick or treat this year? No matter their age, everyone's keyed up about COVID, and everyone's really wanting to see their loved ones that are seniors, and they're worried about the kids trick-or-treating. So I have a challenge for you. In my family, when my kids were young and my nieces were young, we all got together at Halloween and everybody wanted to see the grandkids in their Halloween costumes and take pictures with them and give them special treats. So when our kids were little, what we would do, my sisters and me, we would take the kids all together in my minivan and we would make the rounds. We would go to my parents' house, we would go to Aunt Lou's house, we would go to Aunt Nita's house, and maybe we'd let them trick-or-treat at a neighbor or two that we knew. But it took so long for us to do all of that, that pretty much was trick-or-treating when they were little. I mean, yeah, we'd go to a festival here and there maybe, but every Halloween, that's what we did. We just drove around and did photo ops and let them get doted over by all the family. And I challenge you this year to find a way to bridge that gap between your little ones and your seniors, and find a way that you can bring them together. Now, the big challenge here is COVID is catching for seniors. They don't need it. It could really hurt them. And little kids, as we've talked about before, everyone knows they're germ magnets. And so it is going to be a true challenge for you to do that. But I think if there's a will, there's a way. And if you've got someone that has been stowed away in their house because they're afraid of catching COVID, you know, you may have to find a way to ring the doorbell and keep the kids 10 feet away and all those sorts of things. If they're in a senior living scenario, you will definitely need to call the community and see what they could set up. Maybe they have porch visits. Maybe you could drop off a treat for that special senior and they could meet you in the doorway and you could say hello. Always take pictures. Take tons of pictures. And lots of times in pictures, we're looking for everyone to be all cuddled together, and this year's pictures may be different than that. You may have to keep that social distance. So how might you do that? Well, kids are usually smaller than the adults, and so let's say you put the little ones up front here, and then way back here is where you put the adults. And in the picture, it will look like everyone is pretty together, even though in reality you're keeping that safe social distance, because safety is more important than Halloween. Safety is more important than anything if you're thinking that your loved one could die if they got COVID. And just a little caveat on that, 95% of every single person in America who has passed away with COVID had what we call comorbidities. They had major illnesses, they had all the risk factors, they had something else that went with the COVID that made them pass. So you know that better about your family than anyone else. You know if they have those risk factors, and so you know how to notch up your security, if you will, based on their level of threat. So you can take so many pictures, you can make so many memories, and those seniors will never ever forget you showing up at the front door with those kids. And also think about bringing a treat to them. They've been locked up forever. We're all going stir crazy in the senior living world, and yes, we're opening back up now and we're all so grateful for that. But think about how you can love on them. Bring them a pair of Halloween socks. Bring them a treat that they can enjoy. Bring them their favorite chocolate. Whatever it is, you know that better than anyone because you know their heart. Bring it to them and enjoy giving to each other and not just receiving. But trick-or-treating can be fun, it can be great, and your kids will catch a lot fewer diseases if they're just hopping out of the car to visit relatives, as opposed to a big congested area where everyone's trick-or-treating together and they're trading candy and touching everything. I hope this helps you figure out what to do this year. It is going to be a challenge, but I know that you can do it because we're tough. If we're stuck in the middle of this sandwich generation, we are tough as nails because we have to be to make everything okay for everyone. So I hope that you're going to say challenge accepted. If you've got any questions, if you need to talk about senior living, anything, my information's in the description below, and I'm here to help no matter where you are, no matter what you need. So let's stop and think about all this. Let's think it all through. Give me a call. Let's talk. Thanks for watching.